Ghislaine Maxwell assembled a criminal defense dream team to represent her against a whole slew of criminal charges that she is facing right now out of the Southern District of New York. In this video, we're going to talk about her lawyers, specifically Bobbi Sternheim. We're going to talk about Laura Menninger and Jeff Pagliuca. They're over from Denver. Bobbi Sternheim's from New York. We have Christian Everdell. He's also somebody from a place called Cohen and Gresser. He's a partner in New York. We have Renato Stabile, a trial attorney consultant, somebody who helps do focus groups. And so she has really assembled a team of amazing people. We've been covering this case for a long time. I've been telling you that Ghislaine Maxwell's defense is a multi-million-dollar defense, one of the most robust criminal defense cases that we've covered on this channel. And so I hope that you subscribe and join us as we continue to cover Ghislaine Maxwell and many others. As we always do, let's get a look at the trial board, see who the main players are. We've got Judge Allison Nathan is presiding over this case. We have Ghislaine Maxwell on the right and her main attorney, Bobbi Sternheim. We're going to learn a lot more about her soon. On the left, we have the prosecution. Damian Williams is the U.S. attorney out of the Southern District of New York. And we have an unknown person is representing all of the unnamed victims. Everything is sealed in this case. A lot of it is hard to assemble. And so that is our placeholder for all of the redacted information that exists in the Ghislaine Maxwell case. Who is the defense dream team for Ghislaine? This is what they look like. You can see Ghislaine Maxwell up at the top. We've got Bobbi Sternheim. Not too many images of this woman out there on the internet, or most of these people, in fact. But Bobbi Sternheim is a defense attorney. We're going to learn more about her. We're also going to learn more about Jeff Pagliuca, another defense attorney, Christian Everdell. We're hearing from Laura Menninger and Renato Stabile. We have Laura and Jeffrey Pagliuca are from the same law firm. And so let's take a look at what they are going to be trying to fight against. It's a whole slew of charges. You can see this is pulled directly from the court docket. Many different counts. Many of them are serious. Offense level 4s, categorized as felonies. And so they have their work cut out for them. Also, this is a case that has been the subject of a lot of media scrutiny, public scrutiny, I should say. The media, not so much. But a lot of eyeballs are on this case. Unfortunately, it is not going to be televised because it is a federal case. It's not going to be recorded. You can't even call in and listen to the audio and record the audio and play it here. So we have to go through the minute entries. Fortunately, they are robust, and we can take a look at them. Back on November 16th and 17th, we had jury selection start. You can see that voir dire was held back on November 16th, 2021, and Ghislaine Maxwell was present with her lawyers. We can see them all here. Bobbi Sternheim, Jeff Pagliuca, Christian Everdell, Lauren Menninger, and Renato Stabile. Here's a picture from a court sketch showing them there. I don't think that we're seeing Renato in there, but we do have Bobbi Sternheim over here. You can see her with her gray hair. She's masked up. We have Laura Menninger over here. She has sort of the longer hair. Looks like it's graying a little bit from her photograph. We have this presumably is Jeff Pagliuca with a little bit of the gray hair, and then we have Christian Everdell over here. Sort of looks like a clean-cut fella. I think those sort of match these photos, as you can see here. So we've got them hugging in court, and this is something that is important to pay close attention to. Remember, this is voir dire happening, so the jurors are going to be in the courtroom as well as they're all showing up to do the questioning of the jurors. And so what Ghislaine Maxwell's team is doing, her defense lawyers that are probably being paid millions and millions and millions of dollars, are embracing her. They're showing this emotional hug because body language is 80% of the conversation. And so jurors are watching this, watching her lawyers surround her with love and show the jurors she's not a scary person who abuses children. No, she's just a nice person. Look how much we're hugging her. See how that works? So let's take a look at the actual attorneys. Bobbi Sternheim, highly respected, seasoned trial lawyer, advocating for her clients both inside and outside the courtroom, built a reputation as a leading criminal defense lawyer, handling a wide variety of matters all over the place. A leader in local and national criminal defense bar, litigating complex cases, uses her skills in New York and beyond. Her case portfolio is extensive, covering a wide range of criminal and civil matters, holds a top secret SCI clearance, represented individuals extradited internationally. Among her notable cases, Bobbi has tried international and organized crime and racketeering conspiracies, international terrorism offenses, international telemarketing fraud, capital murder, interstate transport of certain media, represented federal defendants charged with death-eligible offenses as lead, and learned counsel, and persuaded the Attorney General of the United States to deauthorize a federal death penalty case. Notable cases also include gender discrimination suit against the mission of Saudi Arabia, financial interpleader action against somebody named Imelda Marcos, and a medical malpractice suit against the United States Bureau of Prisons. She's over at Fasulo, Braverman, and Maggio, and they're based out of New York. And Bobbi Sternheim, as I've mentioned, has been the person who I've seen most of in the minute entries since we've been covering Ghislaine Maxwell. Many of the motions and some of the more juicy, spicy motions, the stuff that you go, man, that is an interesting thing, they come out of Bobbi Sternheim's office. And she has done things like challenge, even when there was one incident, little tangent real quickly, there was one incident where the jails were accusing her of doing something unlawful in the jails, bringing in documents or taking out documents or doing something that was against the rules. And so they sent her just a nice friendly reminder, hey, just a reminder, don't bring napkins into the sessions with Ghislaine Maxwell or whatever the stupid rule was. Almost an inconsequential rule. Bobbi Sternheim didn't like that. She said, are you accusing me of illegal conduct? Okay, well, it sounds like a pretty serious accusation. Here's what I need from you now. I want all of the conversations you had about this accusation. I want copies of your policies about about anything that governs this specific napkin issue. And the list went on and on. I mean, she sent them like 10 pages of documents saying, basically, I'm going to sue you for accusing me of something. And it turned into this big tangent that was very interesting to watch. And so you see how she sort of uses the law, uses letters, uses her legal toolbox to slice and dice every which way. Very aggressive, has been very fun to watch. She's also somebody here, they tell us, saying that apart from successful verdicts and dismissals, she counts among her proudest professional experience having coached a young pro se defendant, so that's somebody who represented himself, with a 9th grade education to acquittal on federal charges, and a 50-year-old woman to parole following 30 years of a life sentence. In addition to her law degree, she's got a master's in forensic psychology and an LLM in advocacy. She's been named super lawyer, AV peer rated, amongst a number of different prestigious organizations, worked in different law schools, this, that, and the other. Okay, so very, very impressive background, forensic psychology, top-level security clearance, worked on cases, involving domestic defendants and international defendants, talking about massive organized crime, major terrorist organizations, somebody who is a very, very skilled criminal defense lawyer, and she is leading the team for Ghislaine Maxwell. Joining her, we have another individual. This guy is Jeff Pagliuca, trial lawyer, also 39 years of experience. Well regarded by his peers. Quickly get to the set of a complex legal matter. Got some keen strategic instincts, according to his bio over at Haddon, Morgan, and Foreman. Jeff began his career out of Denver, helped many people find their dignity and freedom. A lot of experience in white-collar criminal defense, which is, of course, what we're talking about here in Ghislaine Maxwell's case. It's not a financial crime, but these are very, very well-off people. Jeff has been listed by Best Lawyers in America every year. Criminal defense, white collar, 2020, 2018, 2011. And so where did he go to school? He went to Duke in 1979 and then Denver College, where he got his JD back in 1982. And so he's been doing this for a very, very long time. At the same law firm, we have another co-counsel, Laura Menninger, also at the same law firm. So experienced trial lawyer, talking about her strategic vision, her insight, also have some criminal defense experience, white collar crimes, good communication skills. She was a financial analyst prior to going to law school. And that's a little bit more about Laura. Now, from these, it's kind of interesting. You want to sort of try to glean and see what skill set each different lawyer will bring. And we can't really tease that out from these simple bios, but we'll be able to do that more as the case progresses. We also have Christian Everdell. He's a partner over in New York at Cohen and Gresser. Let's learn a little bit more about him. So it says he represents companies and individuals in criminal prosecutions, regularly defends clients involving matters against major government entities like the SEC, OFAC, we have the BSA, the Bank Secrecy Act violations. We're talking about initial coin offerings, so some crypto work there. He's recognized by Chambers USA, white-collar crime and government category, excellent knowledge of cybersecurity, one of New York's super lawyers for white-collar criminal defense since 2019. So yet another, big-time partner, New York firm, major clients representing companies fighting against the SEC. These are defendants that have millions and billions of dollars. So creme de la creme of criminal defense lawyers. And then we bring in a consultant. We have this gentleman, Renato Stabile, Esquire. So this guy is a lawyer, and he's an attorney, and he's also the managing director at DRC. This is called Dubin Consulting, D-U-B-I-N. Prior to joining this consulting firm, 17 years as a 4-person litigation firm, high-profile cases, he lists a number of those there, authored briefs, argued appeals to both federal and state courts. He oversees a team of lawyers and analysts and graphic designers to construct focus group presentations that effectively test clients' trial themes, demonstrative concepts, and key evidence against what they are likely to face from the other side. He's a consultant. He's putting together focus groups, and he's testing themes. Is a good theme that Ghislaine Maxwell was abused by Jeffrey Epstein? Does that work? Do people believe that? Yes or no? Well, we're going to try that in a number of different jury focus groups. We're going to say, what if we say that Ghislaine Maxwell was somebody who suffered from PTSD because of this incident in her childhood? Does that make her more likable or less likable? What do you think? And they test all these things, and then they use it in their trials. As an experienced advocate, Renato presents cases to mock juries. He has a single presenter model, facilitates post-deliberation discussion amongst the mock jurors. So after they present that, then they talk about it. He guides the analysis of these focus groups and these deliberations. They develop evidence-based recommendations and demonstrative aids to overcome trouble areas. Before and during the trial, Renato often works on-site with clients, prepping key witnesses, refining trial themes, and demonstrates drafting closing arguments. Native New Yorker, went to graduate state of New York, admitted to practice law in New York, Connecticut, U.S. District Courts, member of the SDNY Criminal Justice Act panel. So very interesting guy, using a lot of technology, a lot of focus groups, market research essentially, to try and test certain themes. If I say it this way, is that better than if I say it this way? It is. We're going to only say it that way. And then they can actually prep witnesses and practice cross-examinations, practice closing arguments, practice opening arguments, and see which ones work. Very effective, very interesting work. And so that is Ghislaine Maxwell's criminal defense dream team. They're going to have their work cut out for them. We talked about the prosecutors in a prior video, so be sure to check that out as well. We are going to continue to cover all of the Ghislaine Maxwell trial details in and out of the courtroom. Keep in mind that it is not going to be televised and audio recordings are not allowed. So we're only going to have the opportunity to piece together what we can from outside sources. And we're going to do that here on this channel. So be sure to subscribe, give us a like if you would, and I'd love it if you leave a comment and share this video so that we can continue to monitor Ghislaine Maxwell and the trial of the century together. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.